So let's take a moment and go through the process of lithification. Lithification is where we go from loose sediment and we're going to turn it into solid rock. So we're going to start with all of these grains and we're going to end up with a rock. Now this process takes 2 steps. So let's go to the beach. And here we are on the beach. And if we start out at the top of our beach, there's a lot of sand grains, right? And I'm sure you've all spent some time at the beach and maybe made a sand castle. The deeper you go in the beach, you'll notice there's a lot of water, right, that's located there in between the grains. Now let's take a look at this sand that's deeper, maybe this sand that's down here. Well, the sand grains that are down here, they're not going to have as much space in between them, simply because all of this material sitting on top of it is compacting it. And that's the first step, compaction. So compaction is where we're taking an object and we're making it occupy less space, right? So we're compacting it with pressure. In this case, it's the burial pressure, right? So we would start out with grains that maybe look like this, and then under compaction, they're much closer together. Now, as we noted a second ago, there's a lot of water here, right, in between these grains. Well, as they get compacted, that water that's in here actually gets squeezed out, right? So those grains are now touching each other instead of sitting on top of that water. Now, hopefully you've realized in the course of this class so far that water is never just water. There's always dissolved stuff in there. So as that water gets squeezed out, it leaves behind the dissolved stuff. And that dissolved stuff sticks to the grains right around it. And they're going to create our cementation. So here now we have our glue holding our grains together. So we need to both compact our loose sediment and find that glue, that cementation, to hold those grains together. And that's the process of lithification. So hopefully that helps clear up exactly what lithification is for you.